allowed to call in Attorney Nasser Marwam Kali. He is a PCID convener.
Good afternoon, Assalamualaikum. Our lead convener, Madam Amina Rasul, my friend, our friend here, the convener also of the Center for Muslim Moderates, Commissioner Kahabasman. Of course, your professor, and he has invited me also here, and this is my second round. But this time, with a light load, because I am here to deliver a message for and in behalf of PCID. I understand that the PCID is a co-sponsor of the student body of this university for this program. You know, the PCID is a non-government people's organization. But you know, even before I touch on our organization, you know, Muslims are fan of founding movements, people's organizations. In the 1950s, we have the Muslim Association of the Chiefs. And then of course, you know, the MILF in the 1970s, which spin off another branch, the MILF, and other political organizations, but all these political organizations have for a primary objective, you know, politics. And many of its members, especially those people's organizations, have separatist tendencies. So we thought that perhaps there is a need for us to really, you know, engage civil society as a forum, or even as an academic center, minus these critical political objectives which will render us hostile. And so some 6 years ago, Madam Amina Rasul, together with the late Abraham Iribani and myself, came together and founded this PCID, primarily to serve as a forum, or to provide a forum for our people to discuss issues. And as the name suggests, PCID, it means to discuss issues on Islam and democracy. Find democratic values in Islam. So the first order of our business when we were organized was to have a lecture caravan all over Mindanao and engage our ulama, our scholars on democracy in Islam. And I must tell you, there is an ambivalence of opinion on the issue. There are local ulama who will tell you that there is no democracy in Islam, because the word democracy simply is not in the vocabulary of the Quran as well as in the Hadith. Although there are many words there which will suggest democracy as a concept. And so we did that. We had so many conferences. And I know also there is one organization which is doing it, bearing the name Center for Moderate Muslims. And today these are the only 2 non-government organizations which are engaging civil society to the issue of wider democratization in Muslim society. Because you know, it is our thesis that one of our problems in Mindanao, especially in Muslim communities, is political warlordism. The control of the reins of government by warlords, which are concentrated in few and small families. We thought that there is a need to widen the democratic space and increase multivalent. Because it is only in participatory democracy that issues are well discussed and that people are empowered. And to check on their own leaders, especially come election time. But as it is not happening. But I'm sure, you know, there are lines of projects which are earmarked for this purpose, and we have gone through the political project, and now we are interspersing it with an assessment of the economic development in Mindanao, because peace, democracy, and economic development go together. And this is the second round, second series, sponsored by the PCID, with Madam Amina Rasul as the main speaker. A while ago, he was in a roundtable discussion at Enotech with some new five congressmen, and he discussed with them, presented to them an assessment of economic development in Muslim Mindanao. And I know, because our participants here are students, she will discuss the same things with you, of course, some student touch, because all of us here are students. As we say in Islam, you don't, you keep learning until your time is up. On that note, I'd like to welcome you to this forum in behalf of this day. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Attorney Marun Salim, for coming over to us, or this afternoon. Alright, before we begin our seminar this afternoon, to introduce our lead convener from the Philippine Council for Islam and Democracy, let us call on the Vice President of Polo, Mr. Rayban Zacaria.
Good afternoon. Our speaker is Amina Rasul Bernard, the lead convener of the Philippine Council for Islam and Democracy. A columnist with the Manila Times, she is a senior research fellow with the Asian Institute of Management Policy Center, as well as a visiting professor at the Pacifical University of Santo Tomas, Manila. She was the editor of the Road to Peace and Reconciliation, Muslim Perspectives on Mindanao Conflict, a book published in 2002 as the end product of almost 2 years of research and consultation. She is presently editing a book on the final peace agreement between the government and the Moro National Liberation Front. She was a member of the Philippine Cabinet under former President Fidel V. Ramos as Presidential Advisor on Youth Affairs, appointed concurrently as the first chair of the National Youth Commission. She was responsible for organizing the new agency and for the formulation and implementation of the Philippine Medium-Term Youth Development Plan. The Philippine MTYD was acknowledged by the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific as one of the best practices in the preparation of youth development plans. She is also the editor-in-chief of the Moro Times and was awarded Muslim Democrat of the Year by the Center for Islam and Democracy in Washington. She is also a founding member of the Basa Kita Foundation. Ms. Rasul Bernard has served as the first Chief Operating Officer, the recipient of awards for her public service accomplishment and peace-building efforts. She earned a master's degree in business management from the Asian Institute of Management in the Philippines and a Master of Public Administration from the Kennedy School of Government at Harvard University. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Rasul Bernard.